What's going on? JankyYGO. Josh here. AJ made 12th place at the Salem Regionals past weekend. What'd you play?
Dinosaurs.
Dinos!
Yeah.
Here's the deck profile. We have main deck and extra deck. Let's get started.
Alright, so of course, I got 3 Overraptors. It's the best card in the deck. Does everything. Pops stuff, gives you free summons, searches everything you need, or sends it if you got Droll or something stupid, or Colossus. 3 Miscellaneousaurs. Back to 3. Of course,
We're very happy
can't go
about
without him. He's the extender. He gives you recovery. He gives you protection. Just so much stuff. So glad to see.
He's
him.
the Mary Poppins of the deck.
3 Ultimate Conductor. Definitely going second every game. I really wanted to make sure I saw him in my hand just in case there was a Colossus on the field and I couldn't search for him. So I had to play 3. Never bricked once with him. Always wanted to see him. 3 Pinkertops. I didn't play a whole lot of back row removal, so I had to play 3 of him. I really wanted to see him in my opening hand. He really helps out getting rid of just all kinds of stuff. He can also start plays with Lost World if you need to. The A-YOLO is just an extender for Links, really. I didn't play any Synchros, didn't need him. It's just an easy summon for 1. I could also summon him out for a Vanity's Fiend tribute if I needed to, which never happened.
What synchro options would you add? Like, real quick.
I probably wouldn't add any, but Chambara's the only one that I would think about. There was one time where I could have used Chambara, but I won anyway, so it didn't matter.
That's fair.
1 of each baby. I really wanted to focus on killing in 1 turn, so I didn't want to play more than 1 of each. They're just too bricky. You never want to see them in your hand. You really want to destroy them out of your deck, and you really only want to kill them in 1 turn. So just get rid of those things out of your deck and kill them. 1 Giant Rex for basically the same reason. You don't really need it in most of your plays. It's just a nice extender if you happen to have it, or if you already have your Miscellaneous and your Overraptor and stuff, then you can go find him. He's just a good card. Only 1 Quatless. I never wanted to drop for any reason. I never banished 5 dinosaurs, or very rarely banished 5 dinosaurs. So for the most part, I never wanted it in my hand. It was just so I could send it to search the pill, because you gotta have that Ultimate Conductor every game. 1 Searchable Kaiju. I played a couple Kaijus, they're really good. I played 1 Dogran because I could search for them in case I already had my other combo pieces, so I could move something off the board, or if I just had to get rid of a problematic thing, you could always search for them. Gamma Seal is the same thing as Dogran. I just couldn't search for them.
That's fair.
3 Droll Unlocks. I like these because I didn't have to think too hard about when to use them, which makes it easy for a simple player like me. So they're not the best in this format right now. They did get cited out quite a bit, but they were extremely effective every time I got to use them. So 1 Nightmare Corruptor Ibloo. This is my little spice to the deck. Every time I pulled out this plus Lost World, it won me a game in almost every single match that I won. Actually, even in the ones I lost, it probably won me a game. It was fantastic. It sets up a non-dinosaur in the grave for your pill, so I didn't have to worry too much about running hand traps or bricking with those. I only drew it 1 time throughout the day, and it got discarded off an Aqua Dolphin, so it wasn't too terrible.
Seems pretty good.
It was fantastic. 3 Fossil Dig searches your Overraptor or your Miscellaneousaurus. Not much to say about that. It's amazing. Can't believe it's at 3. 3 Lost World. It sets up so many different plays. The protection of it, the non-targeting protection came up in so many different matchups. People forget about it constantly. The minus 500 attack came up constantly. So many people did their math wrong and didn't kill me because of it. So just an all-around great card. Of course, 2 Terraformings for extra Lost Worlds. 2 Pills. I really wanted to play the 3rd, but I couldn't find room. Just more Ultimate Conductors. I don't think I ever summoned Quatless or Pinkertops off of it. It was always the Ultimate Conductor. 3 Call by the Graves. Hand traps suck. I also really like it because going first, it gives you plays against Orcus and stuff like that. And I don't have a whole lot of plays going first, so it was really nice. But for the most part, it stopped hand traps all day. 2 Super Poly. Maybe I should have side decked these because I did side them out a lot, but it won me 2 matches, hands down. Having the main deck, they came as a surprise, and every time I drew them, they were pretty much fantastic. And then Hatronade. I went with these over Twin Twisters because I really hated discarding a card, and I was already playing Super Poly, so I really didn't ever want to draw a hand with them both and then not be able to do any combos. Most of the back row out there right now, this took care of. Just a few Floodgates that it didn't mess with, and of course Mystic Mine. but Lost World helps against Mystic Mine. So I just like these, they were fantastic.
So why not Cosmic Cyclone?
Cosmic Cyclones were in the side.
Okay.
I wanted something that got rid of more than one thing, but I didn't have to discard like Twin Twisters. So if my opponent had 2 Fog Blade set, I could just get rid of them with Hatronade and not worry about it.
That's fair.
So it came up a lot. It was fantastic. I sided in the third Hatronade a lot.
Okay. Extra deck?
Yeah. Oh, we'll go in the extra deck now. Sorry. These 3 Nightmare guys that are needed for the Ibly combo. It's amazing because you always link into this just with 2 dinosaurs, throw that in the grave, and then you can pill it away. So it was great all day. Everybody thought I was doing an Orcus combo every time I went into Cerberus and said no effect, so that was pretty funny. That card's just too good. Pentastag, it just kills opponents. Him plus Ultimate Conductor, it almost doesn't matter what my opponent has in play. If they just have 1 or 2 things, I'm going to do my combos, I'm going to bring this guy out, and they're going to die. Reproticus goes with Naturia Beast. I think it came up twice, once against Guru Control and once against, I think it was a Trickstar deck. It's one of the very few going first plays you got. Also, you can make it against Sky Strikers if you don't happen to have a Hatronade or something to OTK them. Dolka and Lagia. I think I made Dolka once, but I don't know if I made Lagia. I don't use these very often. They're kind of like if I fail to OTK, then these are the backups because it's easy to get 2 dinosaurs in play. They're just good dinosaur cards. Didn't use them that much.
Pretty good.
These were kind of personal preference. I really like Castel because he gets rid of Colossus, and it came up against a Mystic Mine once where I couldn't destroy their field spell, so I shuffled it back in. He's not really needed. I just really like Castel. Abyss Dweller is also personal preference just with all the graveyard decks hanging around. I never made either of these all day. You could replace them with whatever you want. They were just my preference.
Utopia Double.
I went with 4 fusions for some reason. I probably should have gone with 3 and played an Underclock Taker. I don't think I needed, was it both of these guys? I made each of them once, and I made this guy once, but I never made him. Oh, sorry if I'm going
No, it's Stupid Glare. Just Dragostapelia.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
There were a couple times where I wanted to make him. My opponent just had all the same types and attributes. Probably should have cut 1 and played an Underclock Taker because I really needed that a couple of times. And
which one would you cut?
Probably one of these 2. I'm not sure which is better. I don't know. This is my first time playing with Super Poly, so I don't know.
I haven't even read this one yet, so I don't know.
It's like a negate.
It basically gives you like Predator Plant counter, and if there's a counter on a person's card, their effects are negated.
But this one's great at doing lots of damage. And fun fact, I think.
Starring Venom.
Oh no, it's this one, the Violet Chimera. If it battles a monster whose attack is different than its original attack, you can double it.
Yeah.
Well, with Lost World in play, you give your opponent's monsters minus 500 attack.
So you just double its attack.
Yeah, so you can actually use its effect and
that's
do
so
a
cool.
lot of damage. So that's a pretty cool thing. And then I played the one Gustav. The only time I was going to make this, my opponent conceded before I could. I went into battle phase and he just conceded. But I did need this to end up finishing him.
Yeah.
It can easily be cut for something else, though. It's another one of my favorite cards. I also thought maybe I could use it going into time. I could burn him for a little bit. Possibly Cowboy would have been better because he's easier. But that's what I chose. Do you want me to do side deck?
Sure, we got time.
Alright, 3 red reboots. I'm trying to OTK. I hate True Draco. This is really good against True Draco. So, yeah, there's not much to say about that. Card's just phenomenal.
It's really good against True Draco.
Sided in a lot. I played a lot of control decks. The 3rd Hatronade, again, I sided in that a ton. This card was phenomenal all day. I didn't face that many floodgates, and not many of the field spells mattered, so I just Hatronaded their back row and killed them. A couple more Kaijus. Good against Strikers, good against Guru, good against Thunder Dragons. Those are the big things I was afraid of going into the tournament. So, I don't know, they're there. They're Kaijus.
It's pretty good.
3 Lancias. I didn't really know what to do against Orcus other than side Ds. So, I did. They actually worked great against Thunder Dragons round 1. I didn't see him against the Orcus, unfortunately, so I lost against them.
Oh.
But they worked phenomenal the one round I did see him. Here's my 3 Cosmic Cyclones.
Oh, there they are.
I sided these in a lot with that 3rd Hatronade. just spot, back row removal. I liked it more than Twin Twisters because I don't have to discard. Paying life points was never a problem because I either just killed my opponent or they out-resourced me. Usually I killed them. Worked out for me. The 3 Vanity's Fiend. I was trying these out for something else going first. You can just discard Miscellaneous, go find Aeolo, Trooper for Vanity's Fiend. And there's a lot of decks that can have a big problem with that. But you also kind of have to guess when you're going first because I was never going to choose to go first. And I did side them in 3 times, 2 times. I did go first, but I never saw them. And the last time I actually went second and they were just dead in my deck. I'd probably replace these with Phantasmes, but I was letting a friend use them for the tournament, so. And then, yeah, that's my deck. Tokens.
Ooh. Matchups?
Oh, yeah. So.
Round 1 was Thunder Dragon, right?
Yeah, round 1 was Thunder Dragons, Artifact Lancia, and Super Poly won me that game. I don't remember matchups that well, but I remember that one. Round 2 was Pure Trick Stars. Don't remember what happened. I remember I won. Round 3 was True Draco, which I believe I lost.
True Draco for the win.
Round 4, I think, was Trickstar. I don't remember the match that well, and I just remember at game 1 he set 5 and passed, and I killed him. I believe with Hatronade. I don't remember game 2 that well, but I think he played a Trickstar card. Round 5 was Trickstar Orcust. I made a couple misplays. Should have called the judge on something I wasn't sure of, but I didn't, and I lost the game because of it. It is what it is.
You could have gotten 11th.
Round 6 was Mystic Mine. He was not ready for Lost World. Hatronated his back row, played Lost World, went into Phoenix, and killed him. Round 7 was Subterror. It was actually a really good game. I might have lost if he hadn't have forgot about Lost World's effects so much. He kept forgetting to link away the token, and he would activate effects that targeted, and couldn't activate them with Lost World in play. So he ended up losing. And then round 8 was Salamangreat. That was just, he put monsters in play, I put bigger monsters in play and attacked them all and won.
That's pretty cool.
So it was great.
All right, guys, that was the Dinosaur deck profile. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, shout out to everybody who took me. Trevor, who was our ride. Josh, who went down with us, kept me awake on the way back for once. Shout out to Stefan and Michael for JankyYGO. You guys, kind of got me into the game, and now here I am.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And that's everything. See you later.